Good afternoon. In Allen, we pride ourselves in having a sense of community and how we treat each other. So it follows that we want the drivers in our city to also respect each other. Like many North Texas cities, we're seeing tremendous growth and a drastic increase in traffic on our roadways. So while our city remains very safe, we're troubled by the changing driving demeanor, which has really become aggressive and distracted. This is not the Allen way, and this is not the Texas way. There's no excuse for unfriendly and disrespectful behavior on our roadways. And the data tells the story. In 2023, the Allen Police Department responded to 3,222 crashes, nearly 9 crashes a day. Each injury crash can require up to 11 first responders from the Allen Police and Fire Departments. It's not only a resource drain, but last year, 27% of our police officers killed in North Texas died in traffic-related crashes. Additionally, as claims increase, so do our insurance premiums, so everybody pays the price. Nowadays, apparently, some people believe that 90 is the old 70, and that's just it cannot be tolerated. So as a result, the City of Allen has initiated a comprehensive plan to address and target aggressive and distracted driving. Phase 1 of this initiative commenced earlier this month with targeted enforcement on Highway 75 and the Sam Rayburn Tollway. This enforcement phase will be ongoing until driving behavior improves. It's being supported by our great partners at the Collin County Sheriff's Office and the Texas Department of Public Safety. So far this month, under our new initiative, Allen police officers have issued 197 citations on our freeways, with 39 of those speeders being over 90 miles an hour and 6 being over 100 miles an hour. A group enforcement effort with the Collin County Sheriff's Office and DPS rendered 238 traffic stops and 117 citations. Regarding the dangers of speeding, on average, a vehicle traveling 70 miles per hour takes 314 feet to stop versus 493 feet to stop at 90 miles an hour, a difference of 179 feet. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, speeding is a contributing factor to 29% of all traffic fatalities. In practical terms, and on average, for every 10 miles an hour over the increased speed limit, the risk of dying in a crash doubles. So to put that into perspective, driving speed from 60 miles per hour to 80 miles per hour increases the risk of a fatal crash by 4 times. Just because your speedometer says your car can go 140 miles an hour doesn't mean it's legal or safe. In Allen, fines for speeding start at $237. At 16 miles per hour over the limit, it's another $5 per mile an hour over that. And at 30 miles per hour over the posted speed limit, there is no option for deferred adjudication. Having been an accident investigator for many years previously in my career, this conversation needs to start at home so we, as law enforcement officers, don't have to deliver bad news to you on your doorstep. Our long-term goal is to change the driving culture through public awareness and education. And our fire chief, Jonathan Boyd, will talk more about those efforts in a minute. But first, I'd like to introduce our Collin County Sheriff, Sheriff Jim Skinner. Sheriff?
Thanks, Chief. Appreciate you. Chief went through some statistics, which are very important, but I want to give you some others. 35 Texans have died on Collin County roads since January the 1st of this year. 5 of those died within the last 30 days. We're experiencing a problem here in Collin County with folks who think that our freeways are like the German Autobahn or the Texas Motor Speedway. They drive in a willful and wanton disregard for their fellow motorists, and it's unacceptable. It's costing lives. Just in our patrol district alone, the Collin County Sheriff's Office we patrol 500 square miles of Collin County's 880 square miles. Much of that is rural, of course. This year alone, we've had 310 major accidents, and those are accidents with injuries and lots of property damage. In addition, we've had 671 minor accidents on our county roads. US 380, US 75, 121, the North Dallas Tollway, people are driving way too fast. I can get out here in 5 minutes and catch somebody driving in excess of 100 miles an hour. And when that's the problem, it's your family and my family that's in danger every single day when they get out here and witness this bad conduct on our highways. So I'm grateful for the Allen Police Department, Chief Dye. I'm also very grateful for our partners in the Texas Department of Public Safety. We've come together and formulated a plan in order to deal with this issue and to slow folks down. I'll tell you that from my perspective, my deputies, if they witness a person driving an automobile in a willful and wanton disregard of their fellow citizens on our freeways, we will arrest them and charge them for reckless driving. And that's not a good way to spend your day. So look, we just all need to slow down, because slowing down is going to save lives. And that's what we're trying to accomplish here. So we hope that people will hear our plea today and get out here and drive like responsible citizens up and down the highways. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for coming out today and hearing about our plans to make our roads safer here in Collin County.
Yes, we saw too many times that our members of our community and guests to our city ended up in the back of our ambulance because of a traffic accident, and so we are working to try to reduce that. It's a kind of a multifaceted program that will involve education and messaging and design with our engineering department, and then of course enforcement. And that's why we're really grateful to have the help of law enforcement, because that is kind of the key component of traffic safety. And we'll be embarking on a larger program to offer classes to those to learn more about how we can drive safer, and messaging on how to do that, to remember some of those key things that can make you safer when you're driving throughout the community. But time and time again, when our community has faced a challenge, our neighbors unite. And we are excited to remind our citizens what Allen is all about, and to use that sense of community to restore friendlier, more respectful, and ultimately safer driving within our city.